Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Warbirds Tournament in From the Depths. I am your host, Chromoid, and this is the first round of the quarterfinals featuring the Axe by Skullsploder and the Twitchy-Shooty by Hyperpsychos. You've already seen both of these craft in action, so we'll get right into the fight. I am sitting on top of the Axe, or actually in the Axe, for this fight, and I will switch to Hyperpsychos when round 2 comes around. Warbirds ready? Dogfight. Go right in here immediately because my guy is buried in the middle of all that. There's a chair in there somewhere, but we'll be watching the Axe from this perspective most of the time. Oops. And the Twitchy-Shooty has already managed to turn itself around and get a bead on the Axe. Let's see if it can twitch, if it can nose down far enough to hit the Axe. Well, the Axe can certainly hit it. Spray of blocks flying off the Twitchy-Shooty, and a few coming off the back of the Axe. Oh dear, that's not good. Both ammo customizers have been hit, meaning that the Axe can no longer reload its ammo properly. And there's another big chunk gone off the Axe. And that might be it for the Axe, ladies and gentlemen. It seems to have lost all of its thrust. It's plunging into the ocean. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, that did not last long. I thought the Axe had more in it than that. We mentioned this when we saw the Axe fight the first time, and that is it has a very, very narrow profile from the front. But as you saw, where'd it go? The Twitchy-Shooty is a much higher altitude fighter than the Axe, and as such, see here real quick, yep, because of that, it does not hit the front of the Axe, it actually hits the top, which is very broad and easy to hit. And that is unfortunate because the Axe has been eliminated from this round. Well, we'll go to round 2 and see if anything changes, but that was quite decisive. I'm not sure the Axe can compete with that. Round 2 will begin in just a minute. And we are back once more with round 2 of the first quarterfinal match. The Axe by Skullsploder versus the Twitchy-Shooty by Hyperpsychos. Last round, Hyperpsychos' craft, the Twitchy-Shooty, decisively ended the match with a few well-placed blows to the vulnerable top of the Axe. It likes to fly high, and because of that, it manages to get this very broad profile. We'll see if the Axe can flip things around this round, or if the Twitchy-Shooty is going to walk away with a 2-0 win. I'm going to be flying on top of it, or in the Twitchy-Shooty this time. I think I'm going to be flying in it. If not, I'll be flying on top of it. I don't know if it actually has a chair inside, but we'll see in a few minutes, or in a few seconds. Warbirds ready? Dogfight. Nope, it does not have a chair in it, so I have to find it. There we go. Now it is a very stable craft, so maybe I'll be able to land my guy on it. Nope. It twitches too much. Ooh, some shots coming off the Axe. The Axe is hitting Twitchy-Shooty, which did not happen last time. Actually did. Oh dear. Oh no. The front nose of the Twitchy-Shooty was knocked out by the Axe. I'm not sure why the others are not moving. It cored the center of this thing out. Look at that. Oh, some of the engine has been damaged. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I think the Twitchy-Shooty may have just been completely knocked out of this fight with a single shot from the Axe. Oh my goodness, that was very quick. Wow. And as we can see, the Twitchy-Shooty did do damage again to the Axe, left a big bucket-shaped hole on its side of its right wing. But the Axe, on that first head-on, managed to get a really good shot right through the front of the wooden hull of the Twitchy-Shooty and cored out most of its engine components, meaning that it can no longer drive itself. I'm not sure why it's not flying. I'm not sure why the propellers aren't still trying to move. Maybe an ACB was hit. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe an ACB got critical. No, it's still, everything's still okay. I'm not sure why, but it is definitely out of this, folks. The axe has come back to make this a 1-1, and we're going to the third tiebreaker round of the axe versus the Twitchy-Shooty. I'll see you in a minute. And we are back for a third time, ladies and gentlemen, with round 3 of the first quarterfinal match in the Axe by Skull Splitter versus the Twitchy-Shooty by Hyper Psychos. Last round, the Axe managed to pull itself back into this fight with a 1-1 victory against the Twitchy-Shooty. A very well placed shot by the Axe took out the nose of this machine and managed to put it in the water. Let's see in this final fight if it can do that again, or if the Twitchy-Shooty will decimate it like it did in round 1. I'll be riding the Axe for this last fight, so there won't be any warp shenanigans. And let's get right into it. Warbirds ready? Dogfight. And there they go. The Twitchy-Shooty making its iconic 180-degree turn. The Axe having to make a long, swooping turn around, but it turns very fast as well, just not quite as fast as Twitchy-Shooty. And here it comes. Twitchy-Shooty does not get its nose down very quickly, and that's proved to be fatal for it last time. The Axe has overshot. And I don't know if the Twitchy-Shooty is going to be able to nose down in time to hit it. Let's see if either of them gets a shot off. Ooh, there's some shots from the Twitchy-Shooty. Oh, I've jumped out of the aircraft, it would seem. There we go. A little cosmetic damage to the back of the Axe, nothing bad. It's not getting those shots it needs on the Twitchy-Shooty, though. It needs to nose up more. And here comes some more from the Twitchy-Shooty. It misses again. This is very, very different from the last 2 rounds. First round, the Twitchy-Shooty put a lot of damage in on the Axe and took it out rather quickly. Second time, the Axe did the same thing to the Twitchy-Shooty and put it in the water with the first shot. This time, neither of them seems to be able to get a very adequate firing solution on the other. Whoops. There's a good shot, but not what it needs. It needs to be able to nose up. It needs to nose up, and oh, more shots. A couple more ailerons off the back of the Axe, but nothing as critical as last time. The last 2 fights, both craft have managed to hit each other dead center and done a lot of critical damage right off the bat. This time, neither of them, they're both hitting each other. Sorry, I'm going to get off this. They're both hitting each other, but neither of them seems able to do really decent damage to anything critical on each other. The Axe is not nosing up like it should, which is probably going to end up costing it in the end. And that Twitchy-Shooty missed completely once more. The altitude difference in these aircraft is really playing to the Twitchy-Shooty's advantage, I think. The Axe, like we said, is very, very narrow from the front, very hard to hit. But if you're at a higher altitude than it, you're gonna have a much better time hitting the thing. All right, here it goes. Let's see if we can climb up and hit. There's some shots coming in. There's some shots. It's got some more shots off, and another set. Pieces flying off the back of the Twitchy-Shooty, but it seems to be all right. Was it just a fluke last time? Did the Axe manage to get a lucky shot? Well, it got a lucky shot. We'll be able to pull that off again, though. I don't think it will, folks. I think it's going to hit the water. Oh, that's so close. The Axe is coming dangerously low to that ocean. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to like to fly very high up. It likes to glide right off the water. Look, it just noses down every time, and then it does this long sweep and turn. Nothing really has been really badly damaged, I don't think, on it. It's just not flying very effectively. That long turn it has to make to get around to the Twitchy-Shooty is causing it to drift really low to the water, although this time it's done a lot better. Here we go. Oh, there's some good shots. More good shots. Let's see if we can pull off another good one. Nope, nope. Now the Twitchy-Shooty's starting to angles down and gets a good pata off into the Axe. Yeah, some damage. Again, nothing big though. It's more ailerons. Makes it a little harder for the Axe to roll, but nothing bad. Here we go. Twitchy-Shooty is getting shots off almost every time. The Axe, because the way it's designed, is not doing the same, unfortunately. It keeps nosing down at all the wrong times. And that right there, that custom ammo, the ammo customizer, is about to go if it gets hit again. And once one of those custom ammo customizer blocks are gone, that shell is no longer available for reload. So Twitchy-Shooty really... Oh, and there it is. Nope, there it isn't. Hit something on the back, but nothing critical, it seems. The axe is still flying. All of its critical blocks are still intact. This is a good last fight between the two. They're both showcasing what they do very well. The Twitchy-Shooty's having a remarkably hard time getting hold of the axe this time, and the axe is finally getting good pieces of the Twitchy-Shooty, but not as much as it probably wishes it could. And there goes one of those ammo customizers. It's been shredded, and without that, I'm afraid the axe is going to be in a lot more problems than it was last time. It's still got its tracer rounds loaded, so maybe that's for the best, but I think it fires a lot more of this one than it does of that tracer ammo, and because of that, it's going to reload a lot slower. That's a clean miss by the Twitchy-Shooty. It's definitely having trouble getting a hold of this axe. I think they're both turning around a little too quickly for them to be able to nose down with their current settings. The axe is at 88%. The Twitchy-Shooty is only at 98%. The axe really needs to repair this damage quickly. It's not doing well at all. There's the Twitchy-Shooty coming down for another round. Will it get another shot? No, it will not. They're both missing each other this time. The Twitchy-Shooty, you would think the Twitchy-Shooty would be able to make a better run at the axe because of its very short turn radius, but it seems to struggle sometimes, honestly. Oh, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I think the axe is out. It's just plunged into the ocean. Now, if it can pull itself back up, it will still be in this fight. We'll give it a minute here and see if it can do that. I know in its last fight that it had, it managed to pull itself back up out of the ocean after plunging in to go after its prey, but I'm not sure it'll happen this time. I don't know if that nose is going to come back up. No. It's trying to turn underwater to get a hold of the Twitchy-Shooty. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the end of the axe. Oh, what a shame. It was such a good fight between the two of them. If it hits that land, it's done. I'm still waiting to see if it'll nose back up. No, I think the Twitchy-Shooty is doing aerial acrobatics overhead and causing the axe to be confused, trying to turn and face its opponent underwater, but not able to pitch back up. It's just been too badly damaged. It is falling into the depths, and there it will rest for all time. I will let it hit this terrain right here, and if it does that without coming back up, then we're going to call it. I just want to give it a good chance. They had such a good fight. I want to make sure that yeah. Yes, I think that might be it. It makes a nice submarine, doesn't it? But I think that might be it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure that the axe can come back from this. Well, it's flying. It's going up. I don't want to be unfair to the Twitchy-Shooty. It did put the axe in the water. It did hurt the axe. I feel like the axe kind of put itself in the water by turning too low, but then again, it lost a lot of control surfaces because of the Twitchy-Shooty's gunfire, and that might have been what caused it. Yeah, it's out of control. It can no longer rise. It keeps circling back down, down, down to the depths. So, ladies and gentlemen, it pleases me to present to you the Twitchy-Shooty, your winner for round 1 of the quarterfinals. I should say the first fight of the quarterfinals. It's been 3 rounds in this fight. Hyper Psychos, you are moving on to the semifinals, and my condolences to Skullsploder. Your aircraft fought very hard and almost pulled it off, but unfortunately It is in the depths, and it will not return. Until next time, folks, I have been Chromoid, and this is the Warbirds Tournament. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.